Alrighty then. What is up, everyone? We are live and alive in the 915. It is the end of November 2023, and we are back with another edition of our Monday night online open mic, aka the Late Late Show for many of you on the East Coast or other parts of the world. But here we are in the US Southwest in El Paso, Texas, and this is brought to you by BorderSenses, a literary nonprofit based in the region to support the literary arts through a variety of writing workshop opportunities and open mics, which I run. So I'm the project director for the Barbed Open Mic series. In addition to these online shows, we do have shows in person in the city, all around. Each month we have at least one a week for the most part. And so, in addition to meeting us online, if you're ever in the area, we definitely encourage you to come by. If you are traveling, definitely make plans, and we can make a whole big show out of it, a big event. Um, We do want to encourage those of you who are tuned in right now to the live stream with us. First of all, welcome. Great to have you guys here. If you're returning, welcome back. And if this is your first time here, it's great to have you. And just overall, if you're not familiar with this format, this is like any other open mic, except of course it is online. If you want to perform, all you have to do is sign up. We do have a link to sign up in the description of our YouTube video. It's not up yet as of me saying this during the live stream, but give me a couple of performers and I will update the description so the list will be live. It's a pretty healthy looking list today, so I'm looking forward to it, but we could definitely squeeze a few people in if you are interested. Lastly, if you are a student at EPCC and you are here for the Tejano Passport program, I will give little clues. I feel like I never do that. I always say I do and I never do. If you need access to the Tejano Passport, let us know in the live chat and I will get back to you and I will let you know how you can contact me so I can get you that information. Otherwise, just enjoy the show. If you are listening and you are inspired and want to share something of your own, that is excellent. We definitely encourage that. We are here every Monday. So even if you don't feel like reading this week, maybe you might join us the week after or anytime after that when you finally get, maybe a little confident. It's a safe space. We try our best to make it one and where people are receptive and listening. And the other thing is it is a platform. So definitely all of you who are signed up and reading today or performing, please, before or after you perform, share your links. We will forward them in the YouTube chat or just let us know where you can follow you on Instagram, YouTube, any social media, anything that will promote your work. That's the other goal. So hopefully we can have some fun, sit back, relax. We're taking back Mondays. Mondays are almost stereotypically and cliche, like the worst day, right? Because that's when we go back to work but it doesn't have to be the worst day. It's a good way to end Monday just listening to people's art and everyone's perspectives. So, like I said, my name is Richie David Marrufo. You can find me on Instagram, Deadwall Reveries. We're going to go ahead and kick things off with our friend Vale Larkin, who's actually joining us from Pittsburgh and has done some really, really great work. But I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I think we're always looking forward to what they have to say. So let's go ahead and welcome to kick off the show, Vale Larkin. What's up, Vale? How are you today? Well, I mean, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Happy Monday.
Good to see you too. Yeah, I just put my links up in chat. And I just want to briefly say on the 12th of December at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be having an event in honor and in support of Norm Mathematics, who is a local poet and community elder. The event is called 1000 Fingers Multiplying, and it's the launch of a chapbook that was collected in support of math and is being sold on his behalf, and all proceeds will go to him. And the tickets are free. You're welcome to come and just enjoy the poetry, even if you can't afford to buy the book. The book will be available as an ebook, kind of cheap paperback from Amazon, and a really nice hand-bound edition for $20 that a local Pittsburgh bookbinder is making. Anyway, that was enough of that. Thank you. Okay. This first piece is very much in progress. Mostly just want to play around with how it sounds. Improve the code. I find myself spaced between thoughts and sensations, the web of a life, not the spider. Where am I woven? Where am I anchored? Who do I capture and who do I loose? And when the polyphony surging among us winds to a coda and close at the last, where do my strands of dust-covered clutching fall to, and who uses them? But does your death improve the code? Sparks we are, the light, not the wood, the smoke, not the ash, gone and gone up into the night of our final brightening. When I am gone, who will remember? When they are gone, who will forget? When I am nothing, what small moving ripples might my brief electricity have triggered in the middle of it? But does your death improve the code? When I go, is it up in flames, slipping into the sky, the water supply? Am I pressed into my mother's damp breast, deep as tree roots, just enough for a sapling for my stone? Does my death improve the code? I find myself in the little ravines between each of my thoughts, my hands moving, the slide of a foot. I am the inhalation. I am the vessel. But will my death improve the code? Not done yet, but still working on it. Thank you. Trillium. I'm afraid these are depressing. I'm sorry. It was just a place I was in this weekend. Trillium. I am standing by a plant, low growing, small and ordinary, except where her star-like three-pointed blossoms tease their way through the undergrowth. I am saying goodbye, most likely for the last time. We are both vanishing, and my times in the forest are fading, but she will be gone before I will, unless the world has even greater surprises awaiting us both. I breathe in, hovering over her like angel wings, never making contact, longing to guard her from fate, from men, from extinction. Pray for the people we tread underfoot. I am sitting underneath a chestnut tree. I am sitting underneath an elm tree. I am sitting here beneath branches of such strength they have pried at the sky for longer than any life of the things that are killing them. Maybe it's the beetles. Maybe it's the container ships. Maybe it's capitalism. Maybe it's greed. Maybe it's us. I breathe in, pressing myself to their strength, rough and soft outside, smoothing to the stuff that all our dreams have fed on. Pray for the people we use up. I am lying down in the grass, watching birds play pickup seeds and little insects. Here a darting head, there a little flight, just a fluffing of feathers, really, and the snick quick of beaks closing. Their songs ring so stark now in the growing silence. I can remember their voices like revelers, louder and wilder than even my heart for the skies could withstand. I breathe in, trying to imagine these little sounds layering, lifting and lofting, and clattering gladly in their gleeful cacophony. Oh, how bright it would be. Pray for the people we most wished to silence. Pray for the people we broke. Pray for the people we missed. Pray for the people we crushed like grass blades, juice seeping into the soil. Pray for us sinners, now and in the hour of their death. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Vale Larkin. And of course, thanks for sharing your links there ahead of time. I will be forwarding these as well to everyone on YouTube. Shout out to Sandy, who's usually there. Julian usually checks that out as well. Going Blind, Enjoying Life. That is his YouTube channel. You can check out his journey of losing his sight. But he's got some pretty big things planned. So it's always cool when Julian steps into support, even if it's during the week. He definitely checks it out. All right, we're gonna go ahead and keep on going. Once again, welcome to the online mic. We have a pretty healthy list today, so we're just going to try and keep these little interludes quick. Right now, we're going to go from Pittsburgh to Denver, Colorado, and check in with the Beat Poet Laureate of Colorado. That's right, the Beat Poet Laureate. You can say that. He always wears the hat, and of course, promotes Lighthouse and all the writers, and he's a huge part of this online community, writing community. So let's go and welcome Mike Sindler. What's up, man?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Richie. Yeah, Vale, I mean, they were both, but that second piece just absolutely blew me away. Oh, wow. Just unbelievable. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and quickly put in the word for lighthousewriters.org, which is just a wonderful, wonderful resource for whatever kind of stuff you're writing at whatever level you're doing, workshops, classes, events, just community, just all kinds of things. It's really just a wonderful thing that I never get tired of talking about and going to. Yeah. I'm still just sort of reeling from that second piece of Bales. I mean, that just moved me incredibly deeply, I gotta tell you. I'm gonna start with a little piece, me and my sentimental stuff. It's called Ephemeral. Too elated to slumber, you wake before your lover. See their beauty at its most fragile, its most ephemeral, and its most precious. Fresh, delicate, and most delicious. See the pure reason why your heart still wants to beat. And this is sort of on the other. Actually, I'm not going to do that one. This is sort of what too many people are working on these days. It's called Incantation. Melt orange crayon over corn silk. Place atop hamburger bun. Garnish with oleander. Hold under dim bulb. Wait for America to become great again. And let's hope that incantation does not work. And I'll end up, my part at least, with this one called Found Taped to Fridge, which is a little extra true here after Thanksgiving. Found taped to fridge. Before you open, there are things inside you might not want to find. There are things that were fresh that now are rotten. There are containers put back empty. There are containers whose contents are sour. Everything inside is dying a bit more, hour by hour. The light may have burned out. And I'm going to go ahead and put on the hat. And with this poem, it's a very first person, and I'm almost a little afraid to come at it. So just understand I'm trying to come at this with as much respect as I can and speak in this voice. It's called Missing More Than a Word. It's by Tanaya Winder, who is an indigenous poet, because I do want to continue to read Indigenous poetry to celebrate this month, where we are celebrating Indigenous heritage. So this is called Missing More Than a Word. Someone once asked me, what are the words I do not yet have? Verbs that will story our bodies into something more than missing, more than squaw or lost, beyond statistics. 1 in 3 Native women will be raped in her lifetime. Daily ritual. My hands search and sift through layers of tiny earthquakes, shifted verdicts, not guilty, not enough evidence, not prosecutable, not our jurisdiction. I dig. Native women are 2.5 times more likely to be sexually assaulted compared to all other races. I dig. We are vanishing lines in history books, treaties. Laws do not protect us. I dig until mud and earth find home underneath my fingernails. I'll plant something new in the absence. Burn, vanish, underreport. Invisible, our ghosts starve while the rest of the world keeps on eating. A recent government study found there were 14 federal human trafficking investigations in Indian country between 2013 and 2016. During the same period, the FBI investigated 6,100 elsewhere. Let us poem a place where you cannot erase us into white space. Let us dig to remind ourselves our roots are ancestral, and there is nothing deeper than these sacred dirt-covered hands. So, again, with respect, speaking as much as I can from my place to represent this. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Mike. And as always, appreciate the plug for the Lighthouse Writers. Always great things. Apparently, there's always a lot of connections too, including one of our former our founders at the Barbed Wire when they were studying their MFA at UTEP. For those who don't know, Barbed Wire was initially attached to the UTEP creative writing program, the MFA program. It's a really good one. A lot of the writers are really cool that are there right now. We had a great reading last month that Kit hosted, and it was super. Well, no, it was this month. Yeah, it was this month. Man, it's been simultaneously a long month and a short month. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna try and keep these kind of short. We're gonna go ahead and come back down to El Paso, Texas, for our next performer, and she performed her release of her newest book, Ridge of High Pressure, but from Mouthfeel Press. She had a reading at the college, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of students out, and of course, a lot of supporters. And yeah, it was a really fun event. And I know that there are more coming up. But right now, stopping along the way is a reading here at the online mic. Everyone, welcome Robin Schofield. Hey, Robin.
Hey, Richie. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. It's great to be here as usual. Yeah, my book came out. And at the community college reading, I sold out of all copies. But it's a really nice looking book. The cover's by Carlos Espinosa, whom we know from Barbed Wire and other venues. And yeah, I'm going to read a couple of poems out of the book, and then I'm going to read some new poems, and then I have a cover poem. So this one's called Ode to the Apple. And I wrote it after reading a poem by Garcia Lorca called Newton. You were Newton's clue red rose of fruit, freckled with stars, you grew high from the tree of science, swinging with the comets until you fell on his head that night of the pockmarked full moon, unlike your satin face, produce of the sun. You fell as the moon rose. Skinny young Newton dozed, about to upset the earth, the mother apple cart, and throw it out of the center of the universe, where falls all dreck and mud, according to the alchemists. Your best when held up high on the branch. But do you feel a massive pull from this slight magnet, Earth? How did Newton figure gravity as the arc of falling? You, perfection of fruit, crimson skin, crisp insides, not white, not yellow, dropping when the moon stays hooked in the sky, stuck, wheeling in imperfect ellipse. Did he taste you, as did Eve when she took a bite of you from that other tree of knowledge? As the serpent God advised before Adam's bruised ribs had healed or her wounding began the birth of others. A small price to pay, the bigger price yet to come. With one taste, Adam knew the love he would have, though he had to leave. Ah, apple of paradise, of summer, I get no sudden revelation of knowledge or love from you, just the taste of science as I nibble down to your poison seeds and arc you through the air so that you sink into the trash can, an equation between eye and hand and core. I still wonder how gravity adds up, though I observe it every day, including the moon in orbit, and you still attached to your stem, spirit of apple, ghost of a thought. And this one is called Apartment Complex. Toddlers wander from the door with the blue wreath as their mamas do the laundry. Girls in pink lace and tiaras ride scooters. Boys make noise for all their lost causes, footballs and drama. A pause as the two women gossip, one unloading on the other. Who has full attention? Not the children, not the one listening to another's troubles. An animal presence of intuition is an angel of full attention. My black dog, whose 12 senses are ignited in his nose. He knows their feelings better than they do. Beauty, the terror, is full perception and includes a toothless crone and her autistic man-child, dying palms and stickaburs instead of balm in the courtyard. On puncture vine, a pretty yellow flower persists before the goathead thorn drops in time to pierce the bare feet of the children. Okay, that's just a taste of what's in Ridge of High Pressure, and you can, if you want to, you can order it from all the usual places like Bookshop and Barnes and Noble and Mouthfeel Press. This is a new poem. It's so new that it's not even typed yet. That's because I'm slow to type these things. Called The New War. Red and white geraniums mesmerize blue orchard bees among white alyssum. I hear the students shout in protest of the new war. Why can't there be peace everywhere on earth as in the garden? I have a feeling that the sky is on fire. And then this one is from a new manuscript I'm working on, and it's called Broken Fate. And it has a little epigraph, right? The traveler on his way breaks a wheel and is greatly annoyed by it. And that's from Goethe. There was a boat, but I didn't take it. I wrote you and told you so. I would love to have seen you on the Danube, the wind in your dark curly hair. I took a train to Paris instead and got robbed. I was going to meet you in Berlin, I swear. Yet I had to be at Yeats's grave on my birthday. Now I hear that your hair is all gone, though I don't hear much about you. So we didn't meet up on that river or any other. I heard that your mother died young. I never met her. I might have if I had changed my plans. I remember the day we climbed Enchanted Rock and saw a deer. I couldn't bring myself to take your handsome hand into mine. It was too much. I was headstrong. No, I said, and again, no, until there was nothing in my mouth but a mute emerald, dark and shining. You were no miner. Someone else had to show me the cave of my being. And now I know lots of names for water. I am full of the sounds of rivers and borders, though I am a long way from the sea in the high desert, fragrant with sweet acacia. I speak from the red stones of the mountains, and the dry river answers. And I just have a short little one from the newest book by Joy Harjo, An American Sunrise. I think it's on the New York Times bestseller list or something like that. And I'm going to read a little short one from there. It starts out with a really long poem, and it's about the time that she went back to her ancestral homelands east of the Mississippi. Now they're in Oklahoma, the Muskogee Indians. And so she went back and they were in a condo, and she writes all about it. But anyway, this one is called Granddaughters. I was a thought, a dream, a fish, a wing, and then a human being when I emerged from my mother's river on my father's boat of potent fever. I carried a sack of dreams from a starlit dwelling to be opened when I begin bleeding. There's a red dress, deerskin moccasins, the taste of berries made of promises, while the memories shift in their skins at every moon to do their ripening. Thank you, everybody. And remember that Tumble Words is at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And that's on Saturdays. And Kit, I'm sure, can tell you more about it. And I think it's Sandy's up next. Sandy Shakes is up next week. And Tumble Words is a really great way to write poetry. It's the main way that I write poetry. And look what happened to my poems. So thank you all very much.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Robin. As always, the greatest endorsement for Tumble Words, definitely. And for those of you watching, who aspire to become a published writer, published poet, the first part of that equation is just writing stuff down. So a generative writing workshop like Tumble Words can be really helpful. You'll definitely hear about it throughout the night. And of course, we got our full show. We got more people signing up. So I'm going to try and be brief here, but I do want to take a brief interruption, especially for those of you who live in the El Paso area and those of you who are students. I want to shine a little light on EPCC Chrysalis. That is our college's literary magazine. They just recently released their 2023 issue, but they do have a deadline coming up for some other stuff. So I want to invite the managing editor for this year's issue, Alex, joined us on the call. So I'm going to just invite him up really quick to say a couple of words, and then we'll get back to our online mic. Welcome, Alex. Good to have you here. Take it away.
Hi guys, how's it going? I'm Alex Ureño, and I'm actually last year's managing editor. I'm this year's fiction editor, and I'm here to bug you guys real quick. What we're doing is we're doing a contest called the Hector Padilla contest, and we're looking for nonfiction. I know there's a lot of poets here, great poetry and stuff, but what the contest we're looking for nonfiction work. I'm sorry, this is Chrysalis right here. Some of you are familiar with it. Some of you are not. This is El Paso Community College's literary magazine. We pride ourselves on promoting local artists as well as poets and writers. And so anyway, back to the contest. So the Hector Padilla contest, it ends in a few days. So we are, sorry, my light is terrible. It ends in a few days. We are looking for nonfiction, 1,000 words or less. Nothing amazing. We want to promote the contest. We're trying to promote we have two divisions of the contest. We have one division set for teachers, professors, as well as community, your professional writers, all you guys that write, for a living or write, a lot. That's for you guys. And then we have another division of the contest that's set for the students, and that's to promote for those guys so we can get them to write some stuff. So I'm here online trying to ask you guys, please send us your stuff. Chrysalis at epcc.edu is the address. 1,000 words or less, send it in. And if you win, we will promote you. We will publish your work, and we will tell everybody how great you are. So thank you for your time. I just wanted to, come on here real quick. And if you're in the neighborhood, grab one of our issues. It just came out. We had a little shindig at the Pink Cloud. Richie was a big part of that. He helped us promote that, and he helped us with the audio and good stuff. So thanks again, Richie. So if you're in the neighborhood, please grab one. We have some wonderful poetry in here, wonderful art. And please submit some nonfiction work to us so we can judge it, judge your work. Chrysalis at epcc.edu. Thanks again for your time, guys. Have a wonderful read. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Alex. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we definitely want to encourage you guys, especially who write but maybe are timid or shy. Definitely, it's a great opportunity to try your stuff out, get published. I always encourage my students to try it out because they dream of having their work in a book, but they sometimes to them it's an unimaginable thing. So it's just like this is one way to make that happen. Also just Hector Padilla was a mentor of mine. He's actually the one who hired me at community college so many years ago, and he was such a beautiful soul. Like he really looked out for me as a young adjunct starting at the college. And he really felt like an ally. He helped me with almost everything. He made me a key to his office so I can use it, if I ever needed to. So the Hector Padilla contest is really beautiful. We lost him a couple years ago. And I know a couple years back we did a poetry version of that contest. We'll probably be moving around. Anyway, thanks for that, Alex. I'm gonna go ahead and let's get back to the show here because we have a couple of debuts, at least in this show. And this is the part where we get a little international. Next up, we have a performer out of the Isle of Wight in the UK. They are a poet and a memoirist who, according to their sign up, is having a secret affair with the moon, which is why they are up so late. It's past 3 a.m. So it's a real treat, I would say, to have her on. Let's welcome to the show Sylvia Clare. Welcome.
Thank you. Sorry, I just forgot to unmute myself. Yes, it's actually 11 minutes past 4 at the moment, and I'm often up at this time of night, but it just happened that I sort of saw the connection on my phone and thought, oh yes, let's do that tonight. And yes, I do have a secret relationship with the moon because I'm always up with her. Anyway, so this is a poem called On the Beach in Moonlight. She is harvest moon, hanging low in the newly descending darkness. Clouds slink past like veils, attempting to cover her modesty. She is not obscured, not in this, her moment of brilliance. She is made more seductive, her awakening, her fullness and beauty. We are 7 small, worshipful, lunatic humans, insignificant in the vastness of nature, though to each other essential collaborators, the strangers in the night, gods of moon and ocean, charged with safeguarding one another, wild, free, vulnerable. Some already acquainted, others unknown, we make our way down the chine footpath, seeking out uneven features, stumbling across the mouth of the beach below, waiting for eyes to accustom to darkness, to see as night creatures. We swim tonight in the calm moonlit ocean, water soft as silk. Let the cool waves chill us with each approach, swim against the swell, to keep warm, swim out a little, aware of the depths. Her impartiality to our existence, her capricious nature one knows so well. Watching the path of the moon on the water far away from our safety parameters. What other creatures are swimming under this bounteous moon? Who else is out here celebrating her brief presence? This giant, glorious, heavenly body will wane again so soon. That's the first one. This is another insomnia-based one called Hello Moon. Hello Moon, it's you and me again, 4 a.m., our own time. You're slowly sinking now, your travels through the night sky coming to a close, but I still love you. Your light, your smiling face, company on these lonely night visuals. I wonder if you are my muse. I write of you so often. My guardian deity, my secret sapphic lover. I wrote through these mornings, these early hours pressed into my brain, mind filled with earworms, frantic thoughts that cannot let me rest until they are recorded. My night is busy reading, recording. I read online of captured princesses as if we live in fairy stories still with wicked sheikhs and viziers, such as Aladdin has to face down. But these are no fairy stories. These are real people. Women in privileged captivity, caged animals. A lioness will protect her cubs to the end, and so will a woman to protect her children from the men who treat them as bartering units. This is another one about moons. I decided to do moons tonight. This is published in a British journal called The Flight of the Dragonfly in December 2021. It's called Come Jump with Moon. Hello, Moon. Yes, it really is me again, your regular insomniac worshipper. I'm standing here with a mug of tea tilted towards you, so you could jump into it if you so choose, but you won't. Why so distant always, though? I wake up and greet you almost every night. I am loyal in my adoration, even though you hide so often from me, dancing with 7 veils, conceal your voluptuous form, flaunting your presence, never entertaining a personal touch. Why so far away? Go on, I dare you. Jump down now into my mug. Its content is warm, smooth, will give you a soft landing, a gentle plash, warming to your cold skin, moulding your contours. We will be together, wandering through moments until dawn, when you disappear into your larger body of water, the ocean, where I watch you most nights slowly slip away. Why is the ocean so much more hospitable than my mug? Come jump with me, beloved moon. Come visit your friend. I'm just here. I got one little short one here. The moon is her friend. Like sugar in water, I dissolve into eternity, but remain tied to this life by love. She that emerges slowly from the mists is calmer, more peaceful. She does not struggle to carry the burden of this life. She skips lightly through meadows, attends to bees and buttercups, watches skies with joy and delight, laughs freely with the birds darting and singing amongst trees. Chores are but a task to be completed with love, all heavenly bodies viewed with equanimity. But the moon is her friend.
All right. Thank you, Sylvia. And really quick before we move on, how can people
Thank you.
follow and support your work online?
Probably best to go to my Amazon page actually, because most of it's on there. I'll look it up for you and put it in the link. Thank you very much for asking.
Very cool. Awesome. Yes. As soon as you post that link, I'll share that as well to our YouTube chat. Again, thanks to your insomnia and Secret Affair of the Moon. I love the moon set. A lot of us are big fans of that for sure. Sylvia Claire, everyone out of the UK. All right. So I'll share that link as soon as it's available. Again, thanks to everyone who is joining us online. Want to give a shout out to Steffi, who was here last week as well. So it's good to see you tuning in at the open mic. I know you have in the past as well. So very cool stuff. All right, we're gonna go ahead and keep going. We have another debut at this venue, at this online show. And we're gonna go ahead and come back to States. We're gonna go to New York City, and our next performer is a recent graduate of Southern New Hampshire University with an MA in English and Creative Writing. Let's go ahead and welcome to the show Jacob R. Moses. All right, Jacob, good to have you here. Go ahead and take it away whenever you are ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
Okay, let me just get this chat window out of the way. I pre-formatted all of my information right before I was about to start. So I'm going to get started with a poem. I'm going to do two of them. I'm going to get started with a poem that was on Go Penman. Yeah, I've yet to get published by them, but yeah. Quail Bell Magazine is where this poem was published. It's about one of my favorite video games growing up, Kirby's Dream Land. So, okay. This is called Journey of Dreams. Nintendo introduced you, Kirby-san. Way back in 1992, you puffed, swallowed your enemies, sprinted, and danced. Iconic, harmony with every move, running through plains, the oxen and the elves gracing the greens. Aplenty is the fruit. Birds flying through the air, willow in bloom, dropping the apples as branches extend, as mollusks scatter within castle walls, ghosts haunt the towers, lasers made of leaves, 8 doors surrounded chambers, boxes pushed by minions tossing them across the floor. Palm trees, they lined the island paradise. Beluga whale, blowhole, geyser erupts, cannons hanging from zeppelins flipping round this aerial maneuver, feat of champs. From nebulae, nights throw their boomerangs, precipitation strikes this labyrinth, cumulonimbus, lightning in the form of soaring spikes within one glaring eye. Remember all your arsenal items, mint leaves, microphones, bottles, lollipops, one-ups, spicy and energizing food. Stars warped and sparkled as your dreams progressed. You must remember every boss you fought. You will fight them again when you proceed. You shall prepare to fight your final brawl. You have the wherewithal. A climax reached. Inhale, exhale, practice before you run. The bully holds a hammer, muscular, lunging, leaping. See stars with every stomp and use his force against him. Spit it out. Run back and forth, fake cut, pick, dodge, and weave. You will eventually overpower, blow him away, launched from the mountaintop. All 5 worlds united by each quasar. Bring forth the kingdom, inflate and glide on, observing your surroundings as you float. Touch down within the clouds and greet your crowd. Fanfare of dreams fulfilled, replenished food. You mastered inhalation, effortless expectoration, flying through these rooms. You took a bow and held a final sign. An enemy defeated. He can't deal. Pink puffball, you eventually got help to navigate through water, land, and sky. A hamster, fish, and owl, compatriots, more worlds left to explore. walls ricocheted. Kirby, you are courageous at your core, another Japanese import revered, like Mario, Sonic, and Pikachu, your magic, testament, and honor earned. So the second one is going to be Palace Amusements. This was actually published in the National Beats by the National Beats Poetry Foundation in the most recent New Generation Beats Anthology of 2023. Asbury Park greets me within your thin-lipped, toothy smile. At the end of every labyrinth, you straddle the seashore's yen. You are a funhouse mirror, distorting my figure, yet always finding abundant embodiment within my gut. My navel yearns for that connection to amusement within these vibrant walls. Love was the product of jackpots won from slot machines dispensing ducats, tokens tossed from one hand, arm pulled by the other hand. You were the windfall stashed within this chest of hazy nostalgia. Adulthood proves more haunting compared to the cart carrying me through those mysterious halls, wishing I could be hypnotized just so I could catch a spoonful of what once satiated my satisfaction. One taste of the sacrament derived from riding the roller coaster before it became a cliche, denoting a diagnosis. Before mania surged through my synapses like a Jimi Hendrix guitar solo, after bumper cars foreshadowed the accidents I'd face throughout these static frequencies of depression. If you were a Eucharist, I'd be an idolater. For you were the body of a god I tasted before knowing what it meant to be a righteous Jew. You were the excuse I needed to play hooky from Sunday school. You were the choir who greeted me before I possessed the voice to echo any calls I desperately needed to answer. You were the calming voice I needed before my own soothsaying emerged. Now the tongue with which I speak needs to taste the honey into which I dip my apple. Now this fruit stores nectar of passing years in a cloud, accessed via my digital thumbprint, repressed via my carbon footprint. Pollen is carried by a generation of workers and drones. If I left an intention on my doorstep, I'd wish for it to be carried by the westerly wind. I'd hope the corners of the crown in my castle mirrored this palace of amusements. I'd pray the pleasantries could be contained by the channels from which we feel joy. May our data be easy to transmit even if our devices are outdated. May said devices be reused as analog anecdotes. Let them be paperweights for the childhoods we cherish, preserving a trail back to the inner offspring struggling to spawn and survive. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Jacob. And really quick, since you have like a whole new audience listening in, how can they follow you and support your work online?
Okay, well, I have these here, so I'm just going to read them off. Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at Jacob Reuben Moses, JACOBREUBEN, like the sandwich. I'm not sure if people outside of New York know that one. Moses, MOSES. My Cash App is hashtag Jacob Moses 81. I do have a book on Amazon called Grimoire, GRIMOIRE, by Jacob R. Moses. And my Facebook, you could just find me at Jacob R. Moses, and you'll know who I am. Thank you.
Awesome. Right on. Thanks for joining us. Great to have you. And as always, you're more than welcome back. You know, I know it gets kind of late on Monday night, but same thing, a little insomnia. You just want to share, perform your work, try stuff out. You're more than welcome. Hey, good to have you here.
Thank you so much, Richie.
Cool. All right. Let me see. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on. I see we have more people being added to the list. That is always a good thing. Give me just a moment here to change some stuff up. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go on to our next performer, who is also a poet laureate of South Euclid, Ohio. They also recently published a new book. Got a lot of new books. That's awesome. You know what? It's the holidays are coming up. So, hey, start thinking about those books, and I can think of anything better than like literary peeps, buy their books and gift them. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome our next performer. Let's hear it for Doc Janning.
Salutations all. Behind me you see the cover of my book that just came out today, and I've received 2 nominations for the Pushcart Prize as a result of the book. So I'm blown away a little bit. My first poem is Singularity. On distant shores of stars, tides of time ebb and flow in shadowed chasms of change. Dimensions within dimensions, worlds within worlds, life within life. All have infinite meaning, writ in infinite dreams on horizons of thought. All a chimera of existence in a kaleidoscope of colors and panorama of sound. Memories within memories, within this is spectrum, multiverse, earth, energy, light, sound, thought, birth, death, rebirth. Sun sails across empty sky. Light echoes, reflects, refracts among molecules and particles, weaves through time and dimensions, a kaleidoscopic spectrum, energy, created, emitted, absorbed, crystalline images, suspended memories, living dreams. And I'm going to finish with a poem from the book titled Bow Surreal. Time in 3/4 time swirls, spins, and waltzes through itself. A grand ball, un bal masque, un bal surreal of infinity amid imaginings of forever. Stars shine brightly, illuminating the scene, illuminating the dance cards of galaxies and nebulas as each is born of eons and ages, each adding to the music and ambience in the, in the everdance of eternity, all to end in the cadenza of entropy. Infinite moments, sailing on golden mangata, neath spangled baldachin of ageless dark sky, sailing across the endless sea of stars, breezes singing shanties in the sails, quiet susurration of water slipping past the hull, and there is only a before and an after, infinite moments. Thank you. And my book is available in all the usual places, including, of course, on Amazon, both here and in the UK. So I'm going to post that in the chat, and I hope you enjoy the book when you buy it. Thank you.
All right, very cool. Thank you so much, Doc, and congratulations on those nominations. Very cool stuff. Again, any links, feel free to share that in the chat. Okay, we're gonna go and keep going. Next up, we have, let me take a look at the list. We're gonna make a quick stop in San Francisco, where our next performer is joining us from their living room, and they did leave some jokes here for us. First, why did the poet open a bakery? I feel like Ed Poetastic now. Why did the poet open a bakery? They wanted to make a rye ming bread and skonnets of sweet imagery. Sorry, I'm like blind. I have to like zoom in. Anyway, thank you for the jokes. That was awesome. I totally ruined the delivery. But next up, let's go ahead and welcome to the stage Finn Bell. What is up? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. No, your delivery was perfect. That the joke was a little off, but I found it incredibly funny at the time. I don't know. It did make me think of Eddie. Yeah. So I for the theme for New Eureka Poets Cafe a while ago, I shared a 2-year-old poem. But because of the time limit, I was only able to get maybe 1/3 through it. So I'm going to read it here. This is probably the 3rd, 4th, 10th time I've read it here, but it's all good. Okay, so this is called The Taste of Rice in a Different Language. First, we stumble into the unfamiliar room, attempting at contrapuntal poetry. These fingers are candles, fine tapers, I am told, when tongues are fat with flattery. They flick worriedly at the flies hovering to catch a sip of humidity on my neck, flushed. They tap on the pandan mat in front of them as if skin touching leaves are reassurance. These fingers can pick gingerly at bungang araw, bougainvillea on my shoulder, flushed. Their grace cannot pick up grains of rice to blend into the locale and avoid ridicule. These elegant hands find only enemies swaying amongst the sugar cane. Now we make it homogeneous because we, the people of these United States, is that still right? We always existed in the margins. These fingers are candles, fine tapers, I am told, when tongues are fat with flattery. These fingers can pick gingerly at the bungang araw, bougainvillea on my shoulder. They flick worriedly at the flies hovering to catch a sip of humidity on my neck, flushed. Their grace cannot pick up grains of rice to blend into the locale and avoid ridicule. They tap on the pandan mat in front of them as if skin touching leaves are reassurance. These elegant hands find only enemies swaying among the sugar cane. Now, shall we put flesh upon these bones in these lean, lean times? Our family, newborn, took a trip to the river Damiana, the same river several years back, where my parents met and courtship became the next step. My aunts to wash the communal laundry, caustic soap and palo-palo in tow. My cousins and siblings to wade and play a shy hide and seek among the large rocks. Every soul omitted the strong black morning coffee and sparse breakfast to bring their appetite to the water's edge, as if this too could appease the tiny river gods. The older women folk woke up earlier than their usual, 5 o'clock in the morning, to be sure to carefully pack a full lunch nestled like sated infants among pandan leaves. A hearty country meal of salted, dry fish, mungo with malunggay, and of course the bounty of rice. Our parents watched us carefully, even as they struck up earnest, hungry conversation with relatives. They had been starved of for so long, living away in a foreign country where bread was rice, and there was a vulgar excess of red meat available upon the table. The sun made its sedate trip across the impossible cloudless blue, and all of a sudden it squatted upon our heads, a signal for our elders to beckon our brown raisin bodies out of the rush of the water and onto the muddy banks. My chahin, being the maiden aunt head of our clan, was allowed the order of how to unzip the fragrant leaf packages and undress the waiting delicacies. While she did this with a meditative quality, she informed us in careful English that we would eat with our hands, as tradition dictated that a Filipino picnic be eaten by hand. Kamayin mo wasn't merely born of necessity, it was unspoken etiquette, the way our stomachs and hands could honor the earth's issue. I was given a green square rice, fish, tin with vegetable-laden stew, and instructed sternly to find a smooth, flat rock to alight on. I laid the leaf level on my lap, and I didn't look up to see if anyone else had started to eat. So great was my craving to fill my belly, I only raised my beginning to be sleepy eyes from my leaf plate to the sound of raucous laughter, voices mature and wavy mingling. Hindi yata mukhang marunong si Tricia gamitin ang kanyang kamay. It doesn't look like Tricia knows how to properly eat with her hands. For you see, when you are Filipino, your palms must face up, four fingers form a de facto scoop while your thumb encourages the morsels like little prisoners marching into your mouth. In first grade in Vallejo, my mom packed me a lunch with rice and I was immediately seen as other. On that river, I was pleasingly tanned as the newly husked coconut, but only my skin screamed and pointed to the Filipino girl, Pinay. All the while, my fingers, those American traitors, mga traidor na Americano, gave me away. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I'm glad you had enough time to read the piece. That's very cool. I really liked it. A lot of great lines in there. How can people follow and support you online? Because I know you got like a whole web of stuff going on.
Yeah, a little bit of a hiatus, so that was great. But it's going to start up again on January. On Instagram, mainly at Fin_Bell. Tomorrow I have my monthly what is it again? Karaoke plus trivia night. The theme is headspace or mindset. So bring any songs that have that theme or don't have that theme. And then on Thursday is every month I hold a generative poetry workshop called Poetry Games. I've been doing that since 2021, I think. And our wonderful presenter, it was back by popular demand. We're going to be doing rhyme verse with Ed Poetastic on Thursday afternoon. So do stop by because he always does a really good presentation. This is going to be his third one with me. And it's just, people love it. People love rhyming with Ed. Thanks so much, Richie.
Awesome. Yeah, I can definitely see why. If those of you who are unfamiliar, stick around and you'll find out. But right now we're going to go ahead and bring up when we started off the show, we had one name that we didn't recognize. And we're like, who's that? And so they're here today. And on the sign-up sheet, they signed up as joining us from Siberia. So, but as far as what they're performing, our guess is good as any. And of course, they asked the age-old question: how did that person first invent cheese when they first invented cheese? Without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome Gorilla Cheese. That is the stage name that we were given today. What is up? Go ahead and take it away.
Shalom, everyone. Well, I just wrote this poem during this BWOMS because I was listening to Robin Schofield read poetry, and as always, my mind just went to a wonderful place. And so this poem is titled, I 100% blame Robin Schofield for my invention of a word destined to become the word of the year for both Webster's and the Oxford English Dictionary. After Robin Schofield. I wish to confess that I close my eyes when I hear you read your poetry. I see your words and their viscerality. The colors of nature you write about exit a Crayola box in my mind and enter my thoughts as a psychedelic swirl of melted wax floating in my atmosphere. The noises in your poetry, whether songbird song or human conversation or inclement weather, are simultaneous to New York Philharmonic in Central Park, an opera at La Scala, and an avant-garde jazz trio in a basement jazz joint in the village. Your poems readily release the aroma of flora and food from your past lives. I inhale through my ears into consciousness. Though I listen to your poetry with my eyes closed, your voice allows my self-imposed blindness to experience the grandest synesthesia that never happens the same way every next time I am afforded the privilege of the gift of your words. My next piece is another brand new piece, and I should give a little trigger warning, metaphorical gore about an epic one poem about derived poems. I know poets who release epic poems from their minds as if they can fill a wine glass with blood by simply piercing the tip of their index finger with a pen and lightly pressing its underside with a thumb. Yet, if I take a whole bottle of blood thinners and cut the tip off a finger, I'm lucky to extract a few drops of haiku into a shot glass. Okay, that was that. And I pulled this out of the archives in my book, Everything I Think Is On My Mind. Someone did a poem in New York tonight where they mentioned bridge burning. So this is called Bridge Burner's Lament. Is it possible to burn a bridge without lighting a fire? Without accelerant to spread the flames? Is it possible to burn more than one bridge at a time, bridges that live miles away from each other? Can bridges be so easily burned to a crisp with one bad decision? Can one bad decision cause time-consuming daily detours that cease being detours, transforming into permanent extended commutes? The New Age arsonist burns down necessary structures with words and attitudes. Unfortunately, ashes cannot be used to resurrect the past. Ashes composed of carbon black will linger in the air and likely lead to asthma and lung damage. Of course, the arsonist never intended to burn bridges. Of course, the river will still exist, new bridges will get built, and people crossing those bridges when they come to them will cross them as if they were always there, but their breathing will be plagued with asthmatic wheezes and constant coughs through lungs scarred by someone else's bad decision. Let's change the tone of everything right now. Let's see what I have next. Okay. I think I'll do a couple of love poems. Why I'm addicted to Merlot flavored chapstick. When we kiss, my heart beats a little faster. When we kiss, my heart tries to escape my body. It screams at me to let it out of jail. It tries to stick a finger through the bars and poke a hole through my chest. It runs makeshift drumsticks along the bars to its cell to sound like steel drums and starts singing Red, Red Wine because your kisses are like a nice Merlot in which I taste notes of vanilla, blackberries, and nutmeg, then hold in my mouth a little longer than usual because its rich sanguine texture requires me to savor it. And after I swallow that first sip, I touch the tip of my tongue to my lips so I don't lose the flavor. Your kisses are a glass of wine that will eventually be empty, and I am besotted. I'm besotted and bewitched when you finish a kiss by biting my lower lip. After we kiss, I always secretly tuck my lips inside my mouth to savor your kisses. You have told me how you can't stand it when I start singing Red, Red Wine out of the blue, but how do I tell you that my besotted heart desires a kiss, and I am swept off my feet every time you smile after we kiss? And this last poem is called Rocky. You were a rock when my life was a hard place. You were a grounding wire every time I tried to fly away. And now I cannot figure out how to keep myself from flying in the wrong direction. I think I'm about to step foot on the moon when the sun burns the soles of my feet. You are made of dust and ashes, and I am afraid to fall asleep. I turn and toss like a warped bowling ball winding its way down a winding mountain road. Round and round I go where I fall off my well-beaten path I never know. My heart refuses to slow down when I lay my head on my pillow. I turn on my side only to hear pounding war drums of heartbeats permeating the mattress. I take in a meditative breath. I try to empty my mind as anxiety sneaks in tidbits of tomorrow. My soul mourns its mate. I can no longer finish sentences. I am sentenced to a life without punctuation. Thank you, everyone. And I'll put my next cafe journalism on my list.
Perfect. Awesome. So yes, for those who had not figured it out, Gorilla Cheese is generalissimo. And yeah, thanks. Definitely share those links and we'll forward them. If you're just joining us, this is our online open mic. Welcome. We do this every Monday. Gets a little late, right? So we're trying to get everyone on at a decent time. So if you're here with us in the live chat, let us know. Say hi. Shout out to Julian tuned in. I see you here right now watching it. Awesome stuff. Let's go ahead and keep this show going. We're going to come back to El Paso, Texas for this one. He killed it last week as our host at the poetry potluck that we do, our annual tradition, the Monday before Thanksgiving. And he did an excellent job hosting Friday in person at our Craft Rhythm and Brews open mic. That's for music and poetry and writing. But right now, let's go ahead and welcome his performer. Let's see. Kit Ran, what's up, Mr. Monday Night? Go and take it away, my friend.
All right, it will be taken. What's up, Richie? Hello, everyone out there, TV land. Isn't it great how we've been doing this for 3 years and we still get new people? There's still so much more that needs to be explored. Let me just fix this a bit. Here we go. And see, gonna start with some new shit. And had a great Tumblewords on Saturday, in addition to all the other great things about my week that Richie outlined. And with Michelle Menares from the good folks at NaNoWriMo. Hope everyone's hitting their goal. And she made us do some fun little things with fairy tale tropes. So I'll read a couple of those and then the cover poem. The advent of democracy and nationalism has been nothing short of a disaster for the fantasy realms. Having so many princes and princesses managed to avoid the 1848 wave via sheer confusion, but then that ran into the problem of elite consolidation. Nobody was even sure if it counted as a civil war or just the regular kind. But it took a lot less effort to kill their fellow princes than it did dragons and trolls. But that's certainly not something that the princesses wanted to reward. It's a small community. You're going to step on someone's toes and garrot someone's cousin. Rapunzel has given up her titles of state and become an influencer, managing a business empire that started as an abandoned stock of bumpets. They are experiencing our kitschy nostalgia for the first time, like East Germans drinking Mountain Dew with every meal. The new Parliament promises to balance the new freedoms with a sensible order, but that has had its complications too. We keep saying to their UN ambassador, "Sir, we cannot admit you until you give us a name." But he just laughs and makes us guess in alphabetical order. It's been 3 weeks. We're up to El Salvador. The ambassador from Uruguay is ready to slit the throat of the next man to mention either straw or gold. And another one where she gave us the title. She gave us the poet of second chances. The potion of second chances, rather. The pharmacist hated his job. It was his father's, and so on and so on. But there was no title, no status, no riches, no social capital. In a world of magic, the practitioners of science are regarded as cranks, figures of mockery and rubbernecking. He did not admire his father, but he wasn't a cruel man, just inattentive and small. He followed his dying wishes because he thought nobody else ever had. And the stone truth is, he was a brilliant chemist. His potions were indistinguishable from magic, but medicine was not on trend. Yes, there are trends in fairyland too. Do you think it is so much better there than here? Grow up. He thought about his deepest regret not continuing with the arts when he was a young man, and he took his a draft of his latest experiment meant to expel regret. And now he tours the world playing the electric lute. The rules of time travel are not fully understood, Nobody knows why the building stands still, and the potion too, in its ridiculous and unfashionable 3/4 full Erlenmeyer flask. Anyone who needs to can still find it and try it. It would make a great starter quest for someone trying to build a resume. But among the squires and apprentices of Fairyland, despite its proven track record, pharmacology remains, for lack of a more dramatic term, deeply uncool. And if you didn't like those, don't worry, I'm working on them. But we're going to go to the replacements. In their first album had liner notes where instead of the lyrics, they just put, "Don't worry, we're thinking about taking lessons." But for the cover poem, the National Book Awards was 2 weeks ago, a week ago. It was recently. And the poetry prize went to Craig Santos Perez from Guam. And so in a celebration of sorts, here is A Whole Foods in Hawaii by Craig Santos Perez, interpolating Allen Ginsberg. I dreamed of you tonight, Wayne Kamuali Westlake, as I walked down on the sidewalk under plumeria trees with a vague headache, looking at the Mahalani moon. In my need for grinds and hungry for modernity, I stumbled into the gentrified lights of Whole Foods, dreaming of your manifestos. What pineapples and what papayas. Busloads of tourists shopping at night, bulk aisle full of hippies. Millennials in the kale, settlers in the Kona coffee. And you, Richard Hamasaki, what were you doing kissing the ripe mangoes? I saw you, Wayne Kamali Westlake, broomless, ghostly janitor, sampling the poke in the seafood section and eyeing the smoked fish. I heard you ask questions of each. Who butchered the mahi-mahi? What price opa belly? Are you my amaka? I wandered in and out of the canned goods aisle following you, and followed in my imagination by Sir Spamalot. In our bourgeois fancy, we strolled through the cooked foods section, tasting hand-churned cheese, possessing every imported delicacy, and whispering to the cashier, "Go fuck yourself." Where are we going, Wayne Kamali Westlake? The doors of perception close in an hour. Which way does your Pakaloko point tonight? Pakalolo, excuse me. I touch your book and dream of our Hokai and Whole Foods and feel dada. Will we sail all night through Honolulu streets? The coconut trees have no have nuts. Tarps up for the homeless. We'll both be lonely. Will we cruise witnessing the ruined empire of America past pink mopeds in driveways home to our overpriced apartments? Oh, dear uncle, Buddha head, ghostly poetry teacher, what Hawaii did you have when the bus quit turning its wheels and you arrived at Waikiki and stood watching the canoes disappear on the murky waters of the Alawai? So, it's by Craig Santos Perez, who won the National Book Award for Poetry for the latest in this book series from Indigenous Land. Yes, and once again, it's great to see so many new people. You can find me on Instagram at Kit Runaway. You can find me at Blue Sky at the same handle. Not even going to plug the Twitter anymore. Who cares? It's dead. It's fucked up. Don't worry about it. Ko-fi.com/KitRen is where you can find a very great blog about American football and its rich history, written by some guy. I don't know. Seems legit. And of course, I must plug the Tumblewords Project, generative writing workshops. We meet every Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock Mountain, 3 o'clock Eastern. 10 in Hawaii, I think. And this Saturday, it will be Sandy Shakes, someone known to this stage and many others in the online community, with a workshop she is entitled Poets in Wonderland. The week after that, it'll be me with a workshop about the that I'm going to call the year in review. And the 16th, Cassie Holguin Pedinato will be leading us in Writing for the Dark Times, which will be a tribute to our late founder, Donna Snyder. So that is the Tumblewords Project. Look them up on Facebook, or you can follow me on Instagram, where I lay out all the updates. There is a Tumblewords Instagram, but I don't know who manages that. I see people tag it, and it's like, okay, that's cool. Like it doesn't seem like they don't seem mean. They seem, and oh, life in the digital age is strange, but thanks for being the good part of that strangeness, everyone. And we'll send it back to Richie.
Right on. Thank you, Kit. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I'm curious now too. But I made a grave mistake, everyone. I accidentally skipped someone. Oh, I hate doing that. I hate doing it. But you know what? They're so kind about it, and you know what? It's really great now because we're gonna get two amazing back-to-back musicians anyway. So I think that's still a gift. And right now we're gonna kick things off in Horizon City, where you've seen her before. She is on Facebook. She has an Instagram now, and of course you can find her music on Spotify, Apple Music, as well as SoundCloud. We'll make sure to get those links to you. But right now, let's go ahead and welcome back to the show the one and only Lara Lynette. What is up? Hey, happy Monday.
Ooh, hey, trying to unmute there. Hello, thank you, Richie. Y'all's all ready to go. Calm my nerves. I'm sorry, man. I love you. Anywho, I'm gonna post that stuff and play a couple of songs. A cover song and one of my older original songs. This cover song is one of my favorites from the late 60s. I first heard it by Herman's Hermit, and it's not I'm Henry VIII, I am, but a very beautiful song that I've loved since I was a kiddo. And just along the lines of Herman's Hermits, I'm working on doing organizing and being part of an Americana tour in the UK next summer. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be last week of May to the end of June, and I'll keep you posted, everybody over in that part of the world. Anyway, here's one of my favorite songs from my youth. There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight, all over the world. You can hear the sounds of lovers in love. You know what I mean? Just the two of us and nobody else inside. There's nobody else, and I'm feeling good, just holding you tight. So listen very carefully, closer now, and you will see what I mean. It isn't a dream. Oh, the only sound that you will hear is when I whisper in your ear, I love you forever and ever. There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight, all over the world. You can hear the sounds of lovers in love. So listen very carefully, closer now, and you will see what I mean. Herman's Hermits. I think the Carpenters did a cover of that too. Thank y'all. So this next song is a song I wrote a while back because of a crush on a waitress. It's called When I See You. When I see you coming, please excuse me if I stare. When you see me walking, you know I'm walking on air. I don't care, there's a song that follows you around. Yes, and it's everywhere. I must say that it's the nicest song I've heard in a long while. And if given half a chance, I would learn the chords and dance and sing the words and prance around for you every day. When I see you talking, I wish I could hear the words you say. When you see me staring, you know that I feel this way, don't you? So I turn and look outside in line. Yes, every time you walk by, I don't know why, but I hide from your gaze. It's just me being scared, and I wonder if you heard. I don't care that it's absurd. No, I've been thinking about you day to day. It's just me being scared, and I wonder if you heard. I don't care, it's absurd. No, I've been thinking about you day to day. When I see you smiling, the song is back in my heart. When you see me dreaming, you know where the dream got its start. It's a part of something that's not easy to explain. No, in few words, it's the clouds, it's the trees that whisper in the rain. Now before this gets old, and while I'm being bold, I'll just say I'm glad I told you. I'm glad I told you everything. Now before this gets old, and while I'm being bold, I'll just say I'm glad I told you. I'm glad I told you everything. Yes, everything, 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 everything. Thank you all. Thank you, Richie.
Woo! All right. Always amazing. Thank you, Lara. And
Thank you.
so cool. Congrats on that tour. That sounds super fun. And as always, look forward to seeing you in person as well. Thank you. Great to have you. And we'll share those links as well once we have them. The music links, that is. Cool. All right. We're going to keep it going with the music, and we're going to go ahead and welcome someone we have not seen in a while, but always great to have him on. Joining us from Seattle, we've got the great Joski C. What's up, man? Oh, so great to see you. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, Richie, it's good to see you. This is wonderful, all these incredible writers. Am I coming through?
Yes,
Can you hear
sounds,
that?
yeah.
You
Yeah.
can- okay. Can I just say, Lara, I just love that. You lifted my spirits, and that was just amazing. I'm sorry, though. I'm gonna make them crash again. This is a song I wrote last week, just a few days ago. It's called 4 Hours a Day. 4 hours a day, that's what they say, to walk on the road when the sky stops falling. 4 hours a day, a pause they say, listen for your children calling. 4 hours a day, trying to escape. What will we do when the bombs start falling? A day, a frantic pace, race to locate your sons and daughters. 4 hours a day, to grieve and to pray, can't find a way to escape this slaughter. 4 hours a day, trying to escape. What will we do when the bombs start falling? Pamphlets, scattered death, lying on the ground. The border's a gate, locked by hate. Dreams emigrate like birds in heaven, and babies who cry haven't died. But there's no escape from this Armageddon. 4 hours a day, trying to escape. What will we do when the bombs start falling?
Whoa.
Woo! You know, for me, it's all about the children. I'm not picking sides per se. We need to, but I think we're coming down right if we come down on how do we protect the children on every side of every fence.
I couldn't agree more, Joski. Thanks for saying that.
So anyway, on time, should I play another?
Yeah, by all means, feel free to share one more.
Okay. This is called River Styx. River Styx, wild thorns catch on brown skin. Cracked tongues carry the desert with them. In their mouths, a parched crossing buoys and spikes, crossing buoys and spikes, international flight going down. At the edge of Texas, twisted river bank, twisted sadists lay their traps beneath the waterline, arming the river with knives, where families risk their lives, holding their children tight, crossing buoys and spikes, crossing buoys and spikes, international flight going down. Sadists for hire, string concertina wire, just beneath the waterline. River sticks, wire thorns catch on brown skin, cracked tongues carry the desert with them. And blessed are the thirsty, blessed are the thirsty, blessed are the thirsty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you so much. It's great to be back here, and I love the show. Appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you so much. And really quick, before we move on, for people who are seeing you for the first time, how can they follow you and support you online?
At Joeski C, Joeski, last name C like the ocean. And that'll bring. I haven't done anything online in a while, but
All right.
that'll take you to. That'll connect you.
Alrighty
Thank
then,
you.
cool.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for being on. It's great seeing you again. Awesome. So fun.
Same here, Richie.
I didn't know
Appreciate
I needed thank you. I didn't know I needed a Lara and Joski back-to-back set, but here we are, and my soul
You
feels
know,
great after that.
It's a funny
Oh,
thing.
we needed it.
Yeah. What's up?
The guitarists tend to be drawn together, surrounded by wonderful poets on every side. But for some reason, it happens that way. I don't get it, but it's cool though.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
It's just that Lara is very hard to follow.
Somebody made
I
that.
thought it flowed
Yeah.
very perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think somebody made that joke on Friday too after Lara performed. Was it you, Kit? Somebody said it like, "Oh, why'd I have to go after her?" But
Well,
all right.
Should I keep derailing the show? I think I will. I actually did that after the first person we had, Hijo del Ilegal, who
Yes.
did the traditional norteño music.
That's right.
Wonderful. And I went up and I said, I'm nervous to follow that, and I'm the host.
That's right.
But no, yeah. Been a while since we had this much music on one of the online shows, so it's really great and great to see you again, Joski.
Oh, thank you, kid.
Yeah. All right. Absolutely. Yeah. That guy's got a powerful voice. I posted a clip of him on our YouTube channel, actually. I have a clip of Lara performing at Craft with Ben Bruce, and I also have a clip of that guy is also Hijo de Legal. He's got a powerful voice. He was on the Spanish version of The Voice, La Voz, on Telemundo. So you can see him on clips there. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep the night going. We have a couple more performers. Want to get them on. We're going to go to the East Coast. We're going to visit Washington, D.C., where we have a poet we all love and know. That's right. You know him as Mr. Ed Poetastic. Mr. Feeling Monday Night Feeling Fantastic. How you doing, Ed?
Hello, my brother, like no other words like thunder. I just love music. It sings to us all. Man, it can break any walls and make us stand tall. Thank you so much. All right, my name is, oh yeah, one other thing. I'm having a workshop on Thursday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, brought to you by our wonderful vocabulary. I'll be teaching you the wonderful world of rhyme. So please, please, please come. You're gonna have a heck of a time. Well, my name is Ed Potastical, feeling fantastic. Please come to go show my rhyme for all feels sublime. Thank you. I have one short poem and three poems, so I won't take too much time. My first piece is called Love and War. Palestine versus Israel, Jews versus Nazis. Does it ring a bell? One big genocide spree. War's good for nothing. Innocent lives taken away. It's always the rich getting something. Lives are taken by minute, hour, and day. Where's humanity? Where's the truth? Where's the empathy? Where's the juice? Where's the reality? It doesn't have to be obtuse. As history taught us nothing, there are no winners in wars. There's always ducking and running. Don't ignore. We need love to restore. Thank you. I got another one. This is called Symphony of Poetry. Oh, poetry. Poetry is like symphony of poetry. Poetry is lighter than any sunflower rose, while any explanation or logic goes. The sweet symphony of pure creativity. So appreciate the effects and sensitivity. Short words fall straight to the heart. Rain down through skies of bitter art. Each word is covered in emotions, like fishes dancing in the clear ocean, seeding a bouquet of colorful flowers, blossoming a magnificent array of power. Writing and reading like dancing and singing. The parade of words is only the beginning. Notebooks teleport us into a literary world, pages jumping off insightful and delightful spirals, shared by concrete or imaginative minds, lessons grow in very personal design. The pleasure of constant, desirable writing, patterns of free verse, limerick, haiku, or rhyming, revisiting tales of new, personal, and old, polishing them to shine like luminous gold. Oh, poetry, you lure me with your verbal melody, ears full of whirly fireworks in complete harmony. The lines so in this ugly yet beautiful universe, flowing words of true verse going straight on course. Please downpour us a radiant sight of weather. Show us till we're redder or feel even better. Thank you. My other piece had to be Iron Hat. Come on, where's the facts? Is it not under your aluminum hat? I don't hear nothing from that cat. Wait, what's the chaotic format? Okay, okay, okay. I won't do that. There's nothing wrong with the thermostat. No, 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 no. The earth isn't fake or flat. No, I'm not a CIA agent, snitch, or a rat. I thought we could hang and chat. Yes, I'll watch out for your mystical mat. All right, all right, all right. Please don't snap. No, I'm not doing some MK Ultra crap. You hear sounds. Tap, tap, tap. It's the TV. Have you lost it or snap? I keep telling you, no, you're not on the map. Yes, this isn't paint. I'm actually black. Yes, check my ID. Careful with that strap. It seemed common sense you lack. Hey, 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 don't you smash my Mac. Man, you only have pace, but no snacks. Yes, my electronics and shoes are on the rack. No, I'm I don't have a wire or being tracked. No, 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 no. Is this a sting or a trap? No. Time moves forward. There's no gaps. I think you need a rest or a quick nap. Before combat, are you smoking crack? No, your cell phone and computer aren't hacked. I'm going. Hope your humanity is intact. For real, you don't need to worry. You're a huge paranoid brat. Thank you. Last but not least, this is called Scarred Orphaned. They hide me away, curiosity yelling at me. A miracle, I pray, something to set me free. Why do I stay? I'm a scruffy tree. I see other kids play, look so at ease, envious of their childish days, belittled by my uncle and auntie. Oh, every single day, the chores hurt my hands and knees. My heart corrodes and decays, antidote for this harsh disease, praying for hope or a way. Dreams are off in a strong breeze, open for what punishment has to say. What's that sound? Birds? No, maybe bees. An owl. Alerts saying sorry for the delays. My hands quickly squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze. Lines saying Hogwarts and pack your bags. Okay. Oh my God, so many hopes, dreams, and guarantees. Grabbing my wand, cheering, hooray! No more hurtful loneliness or crying seas. No more darkened sleep or crazy disarrays. No more cold peas or leftover cheese. Finally, a magical purpose. I don't have to stay. I kept nodding. I agree, and agree. Grab my bags. My spectacular adventure starts today. I jump, rod in a grasshopper or a flea. So long to obedient okays, melancholy rays, and empty meal trays. I couldn't stop saying yes, 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 and please, please, please. My own adventure to a new chapter that's underway. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing those pieces with us, Eddie. How can people, of course, follow and support you online?
Sure, you can support me online. So to come this wonderful open mic that makes our Monday such a light in the wonderful, fantastic spotlight. All right, but you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman 92, and my IG is Eddie Foreman. No, sorry, my Facebook is Eddie Foreman, and my IG is Eddie Foreman 92. And remember, the mic is right. The mic is right when I spew my fantastic insight. If you want to send a request, if you take guests, the answer is yes. Hope everyone stays safe, healthy, and blessed. Never stop spewing or singing the wonderful words outside your chest. Never stop feeling and doing your best. And remember, you're more important than you ever know. Thank you for having me. Woo!
Awesome, man. And we're glad to have you. All righty then. So that's Ed out of Washington, D.C. And our next three performers are actually going to bring us back to the Southwest U.S. here in the El Paso region. In fact, our next performer is also going to be joining us from Horizon City. That's where Lara joined us. And he's an aspiring writer. He's been coming through. Sometimes he performs, sometimes he's just here to support and tune in. It's always interesting to see what he's going to share with us. So right now, let's go ahead and welcome to the stage Mr. Alan, aka Alain the Main. What's up, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Richie. Thanks for thank you for introducing me. Today I'm just gonna read probably three poems. Two of them are mine, and then one of them is one that I found just kind of like recommended to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and read over those, and I'm just gonna get into it. Yeah, so this first one is called Repercussions, and then like the quote underneath it was percussionists at play, and this one is by Edward Swafford. And it's actually like a really nice one. It has a lot of big words, so I was like really drawn to it. But this is Percussionists at Play by Edward Swafford. Songbird of the romantic sanguinary, memories, mimetic, obsolescent oasis of you, jaded jingoistic girl, kissing foreign lips, illusions of a mordant muse, metaphorically spoken, oracle hear my decried voice, pitch black perfection, hand presses the vainglorious, the vanguardists, the vanities of the bon voyage vice, bane of my existence, wherewithal, lover, star uncrossed twin flames flicker furtively, forebode one breath uttered as a wick whispering wonder kind quiet. White noise awakens deaf ears, so inquisitive, so speculative, so highly, no, quixotically strung, strident shapes verbatim, va valor of axial lore, yet I never ceaselessly shared my sixth senses with suitors. Symphonic suffrages of the divine divination dialect, card dealing four of a kind queens, yet I only wanted the one with hearts. A pact of promises. Polyamory marks the spot. Sacred ground, swelling of sense and sensibilities, full framed falsity, falsettos. Picture I'm perfect, afterglow, altruistic alacrity anew. Writhing over wine stained sheets of sin, cogitating, inhale, another, 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 exhale, endogenous empathy sorely lacking, quaint quincench blighted body, sagacity on show, ponying, softly stroking straw-like locks, covering your beautiful face like a rueful ebon mirror, masking all your tears, your perfunctory perfections, your unbecoming esoteric era of freedom realities, prefacing, predestinating, fragmentizing, stigmatizing, harmonizing hues of forgiveness shade our relationship, ink blotting pigment back in your eyes, ekphrastic entity, genuflect goddess, mounds of your soul, seraphic by nature, mine by nurture, levities lay back, ebullient, Enoa embrace, crescendo, can we simply smile again? That one is Repercussions, Percussionist at Play by Edward Swafford. And that one was just like so good. I was like, I want to read that one. This next one is a short one by me, and it's just called Worrywort. Worrywort. And it goes like this. Don't be one, please. All the things that you think and all the passions you crave are only passing moments of each coming day. Don't worry, please, for your sake and mine. Mr. Menace was a worrywort, and he turned out fine. Mr. Waking, walking, worrying, worrywort, please don't ever forget your world of hurt. You're only bringing grief to try and divert all those worrying things you wear upon your shirt. Worry not, Mr. Worrywort. You have enough to worry when your worried woman works. Whether Mr. and Mrs. Worrywort worry about their weary work is no worry to me. And that one was Worrywort by me. And then this next one is just titled The Bird and the Worm. I was thinking of Muse's The Bird and the Worm because it was like the intro song to like Clash of the Titans. It might have been Clash of the Titans way back when, and I heard the song in the trailer for the movie, and I was like, like I instantly became like I fell in love with the song, and I started playing it. And it's one of those songs. I don't listen to a lot of Muse, but it's one of those songs that like I tacked up there for like whenever I want to. It's one of my favorite songs by them, just because it's one of the few songs that I know. But this one is just called The Bird and the Worm, and I had the Muse's Bird and the Worm in mind when I wrote it. The bird and the worm, picking and pecking, chirping and checking, one has to wait to come out. When will it happen? No more than a month. When can it be? If not you, then me. The dirt is nice on cold mornings like this. You walk or you dig, but you better be happy because the sun's out. The morning's here. You pick and you peck, you fly and drag, you find and you nag, or maybe today is the type of day for something like that. Who knows? Maybe the fly and the bat. Who knows? Maybe. Perhaps something smaller than myself. The earth is nice, but oh well. You live and you learn, you bird and you worm, and maybe it'll be you or I one day. And then that is The Bird and the Worm. So thank you guys. That was all I have for tonight. But I want to thank you guys for having me again. Thanks for letting me kind of enjoy the space, own the space a bit. But yeah, you can find me at Alain the Main, ALAINTHEMANE on Instagram. And then that's it. Thank you guys. Y'all have a nice night.
All right, awesome. Same to you. Glad you got to read tonight. I know you've been coming through. Like I've seen you log in a couple times. It's nice that you read today. Thanks for sharing those pieces. We're gonna stick around, and our next performer will also be joining us from El Paso. He was here early on the live stream under his account Virtuoso Axe. He's been on here as Ace Theodore, and last week I believe as Alonso Cuellar, which is who he is. But yeah, he's got a lot of cool stuff going on. Let's go ahead and welcome to the stage, Mr. Alonso Cuellar. What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Hey everybody, how's it going? Pretty good, pretty good. Sorry, let me just, there you go. All right. So wow, I mean, that was beautiful, all the performances. That was amazing. And yeah, I've been doing poetry for a long, long time. I've been writing for a long, long time, very, very long. And but then I got busy with life, and now I'm focusing a lot on my poetry. And these are 3 poems I recently wrote. The first one I'm gonna read is from a movie, a short film for the movie festival, that the 48-hour challenge. And we wrote this, and yeah, here it goes. In a world of colors, he painted his pain, a house painter's heart left out in the rain. Lost his love in a tragedy, life's bitter twist, seeking closure in the strokes of a brush he persists. Brushing away sorrow on a canvas he cries, recalling the day they met under infinite skies. By the sea where the love's tide pulled them near, now he paints, chasing echoes he holds dear. In every stroke, a whisper of their laughter, a palette of emotions, love's sweet hereafter. The canvas becomes a vessel for his soul, a healing journey, making broken peace whole. Sunset hues and ocean blues, a love story unfolds, brushing away the pain as the tale is retold. Yet in silence, echoes of their laughter linger, a heart painted with love as his brush moves with vigor. Dreaming of the sea and what life can be, time fades in a blur, but memory sets free. Wishing upon stars for what can't be restored. The dream they once shared can't wait anymore. Through the strokes of sorrow, healing he'll find. In the gallery of memories, love's legacy enshrined. As the sun sets on the canvas of his pain, a house painter finds closure amidst the colorful rain. And the name of the movie is A Dream We Shared, and we were writing the script, and I just got motivated to write that poem. And I hope you guys like it. The next one that I'm gonna read is another there's this gentleman, J&M, on Sports Cards Memorabilia. He hired us to do a film. And after talking to his wife and to his kids and all that, we decided to make the film about him and a little bit of the stuff he's done to change the community since the 80s. He used to be a sheriff. So here goes. This is the one I wrote for him. In the heart of Texas, where the sun meets the sand, stood a man named Joe with a righteous plan. A sheriff's badge on his chest, a hero in the strife. He walked the path of justice, changing lives. From Barrio Virgen struggle to the stoner's fights, Joe stood tall, turning darkness into light. Aliviane's alley with a friend named Chavo, they faced the storm together, watching evil go. In the year was 84 and the gangs were at war, but Joe had a plan they could not ignore. Football fields and unity, a game to be won. Under the El Paso skies, a battle begun. A battle begun. Oh, Joe, in the shadow of the setting sun, you're the one who got it done. In the streets of El Paso where the stories run, oh, Joe, your legend has begun. Through the bonfires and the brawls, Joe answered when duty calls. In the chase of Glorieta Road under the shining sun, he brought them together, one by one. A community transformed, crime on the decline. Joe's legacy like a bright, unwavering sign. A spirit of El Paso, a beacon so bright, guiding the lost towards a hopeful light. It was a year of 86 on the game night. No scores on the field, but a new way was made. Handshakes of laughters under the desert sun. Oh, Joe, heroes whose story just begun. In the shadows of the setting sun, you are the one that got it done. In the whispers of the wind and the desert's breeze, Joe's name echoes through saguaro trees. A tale of redemption under the Texas sun. Or your story will forever be sung. And the last one, my poetry back then was really dark. I had gone through some dark times, and the arts changed my life, and it helped me see what life could be if you just take away all the negative and the alcohol and all that bad stuff. And I met my wife back like about 14 years ago, and I don't know, this just came to me like not too long ago. I wrote this yesterday and fixed it up today. So I'll be performing it tomorrow at I believe Mona at the Mona Bar. We're gonna show up tomorrow. So here goes. In the realm of my space, a digital gaze, two souls connected in a virtual maze. She a scholar and a swimmer so bright, a Texas Aggie chasing dreams day and night. He a rebel with 4 hearts in tow, dreaming of a tomorrow that would glow. A bad boy with a candy store delight, a theater maestro crafting stories so tight. Across the distance, a love would grow. Every meeting, the passion would aglow. From Shaggy Locote to Ace Theodore's embrace, her love transformed him, leaving no trace. In the community, he found his part, a change of a heart, a brand new start. Together they thrived in an inseparable pair, a love so deep beyond compare. Out of the fire, twins emerged with graves and symbols of love that would not ever be erased. 14 years later, the union stands strong, a testament that love can right every wrong. Married and happy, side by side, they make a difference with love as a guide. Through art and passion, they found the key to healing the world, setting spirits free. In the cadence of their love, like rhythms divine, they found solace, a melody in each other's line. Her scholar's mind, a canvas of dreams, he painted with strokes in vibrant streams. A symphony of emotions, an artful blend, their souls entwined, no beginning, no end. In the theater of life, their roles well played, with every scene a love story conveyed. Through strokes of passion, they sculpted their faith, transforming ordinary, making life great. Hand in hand, they dance a love sweet song, in each other's arm where they both belong. As the years unfold, like pages in a script, their love's narrative beautifully equipped. With rhythms and strokes of art profound, they paint a future where love is unbound. In the realm of MySpace digital gaze, two souls connected in a virtual maze. She a scholar, a swimmer so bright, a Texas Aggie chasing her dreams day and night. He a rebel with 4 hearts to tow, dreaming of a better tomorrow that would glow. A poker genius and a genius yet unknown. Together they're weaving a story, a love story beautifully sewn. And those are my 3 poems. And yeah, I do keep myself busy. We got Snappy Fingers going and a lot of good stuff. I'll share the links if you guys want to follow. And our company was built by a group of college students, and we're here to help anybody and everybody that wants to collaborate in the arts. If anybody needs help developing their skills or, like anything at all, we're here to help. Virtuosoacts.com, and I'm Ace Theater, over and out. Thank you guys. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Kit. Thank you everybody for the stage.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing those pieces. I love the name Snappy Fingers. It's perfectly titled. It's so fun. Yeah, check out Virtuoso Acts. Those of you checking it out. And again, if you're tuning in and you are a EPCC student, definitely don't hold back. You heard a lot of different programs tonight, not just online shows, but local stuff as well, including Virtuoso Acts, Tumble Words. We have in-person open mics throughout the city. So definitely there's no shortage of a place for you guys to start writing and sharing your work. And again, if you've ever considered it, definitely try it out. It's a whole lot of fun, and get to meet a lot of people too who are also starting out, been doing it for a little while, or people have been doing it for a long time. So, anyway, that's it for the show. No, I'm just kidding. Dan the man, I see you there. I was gonna freak you out just a little bit, but we have our closer, as often as we've done many, many, many times, almost 100% of the time. We have our closer to close out the show. It's always an adventure sonically. But let's see where we are tonight. Ladies, gents, enemies, let's go and welcome our last performer of the night. It is the one, the only Dan the man. So,
Richie.
your audio went.
Giving me the. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Now we can't.
Okay. Yeah, what I was saying was, speaking of the 48-hour movie, well, yeah, that Alonso was mentioning, I wish I was featured in one of the projects. I'm trying to make a big break there. I don't know what happened. Uh, well, oh well, but I'm hoping for a big break. That's what I'm hoping for. And yeah, I'm in the process of writing a short film, so you'll like it. So, but anyway, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna make this quick. Yeah, I'm gonna do freestyling once again. Yeah, looks like it's already down in my alley. Yeah, it looks like I'm close to the upper valley, but not the lower valley. So, writing time Sally, according to Little Richard. Yeah, and yep, everything's like coming a pep rally. Yeah. Everything that they're like a ball of dollars. Yeah, just like a caller. Yep. How do you do the installer? Yep, hoot and holler, creepy call crawlers. But looks like we just want to follow the leader, just like how you go, just like going comedy in the hollow, just like Showtime in the Apollo. And yep, well, what to say? It's all. Well, if you need to mail something, you'll need a postage stamp. Just like writing in the winter's cramp. Yep, always to the summer camp. Well, guess all sports are champs. Leave the light on this lamp. All right, here we go. Yep. And next week we're entering the final month of the year, and which will be my last reading the Child's Calendar by John Updike. December. Yeah. So this is November to remember. Try not to forget the member. May I share that? I'm sharing an image.
All right, you're good to go. I don't know if you're supposed to be talking, Dan, but we can't hear you. That's the card, though. We all saw it.
Yes. Okay, I guess that is it. All right, thank you very much. I don't know if I'm gonna be at the Mona Bar, but sorry I missed you. Sorry I missed last Friday because I was at Nico's laughing my ass off, and yeah. Sorry I missed you, Miss Lynette. I heard you did a quite outstanding performance, and and I don't know.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, we lost your audio again.
I'm gonna go to the Old Sheepdog this week. I won't be able to go to Mona Bar tomorrow night, but we will be down at the Old Sheepdog Brewery.
Yeah.
I'm due.
Nope, no sound.
Not again.
I mean, we're almost done, Dan. Just go ahead. What were we gonna signing out? You don't need to change now.
Can you hear? Can you hear me?
Yes, Dan. I feel like you were about to finish. So
All right. Well, yeah. So yeah. Hopefully, I'll see you at the Old Sheepdog Brewery, Miss Laura. But because like I said, I'm due at I'm doing Las Cruces again for the Dulles premiere, and just a heads up, I'm about to head back to Dallas for on the 21st till the 27th or 28th. But I'll keep you guys posted. But so there's a chance I might do my Zoom. There's a chance I'll do my Zoom over there from the Dallas, Fort Worth, or Arlington. So, all right, guys. I hope to see. Well, okay, guys. I hope to see you guys next Monday. And okay, Richie, let's go ahead and call it a night. Oh, and Alonso, I gotta show you my what I'm gonna do for a short story. Okay.
Okay, we could talk about that in the after party, Dan. That was a really long sign off today. But yes, thank you, Dan. Check him out online. You saw the card. You couldn't hear him, but you saw the card. It's just Dan the Man's Weekly everywhere. Just type that in and it'll show up. Or Dan the Man Class of 2002. It's always like that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out to the open mic online every Monday. Again, if you want to perform, you're more than welcome to join us next Monday. Today we had a really awesome list of first timers, long time, was it regulars and people who we haven't seen in a while. Always a great time. Again, if you're here for EPCC, shoot me an email. You can also message us through the Barbed Wire social media, our Instagram or our Facebook, and we can get you the QR code for the EPCC Tejano Passport program. And yeah, other than that, like I said, we'll be back next week, tomorrow, or Tuesday. We're going to be at Mona Bar. We're pretty much downtown every Tuesday, either there at Mona Bar or next door at Rosewood. So you can find us there. This Thursday, we have Old Sheepdog. We will definitely be there as well. And then just be on the lookout for more events. We have some cool stuff in December, including a new venue, a new/old venue, returning to some place that was a lot of fun for us and has been a lot of fun for us. So for the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, you can follow us again online. Follow me online, Deadwall Reveries on Instagram, and I have all my links to my other stuff there. All right, you guys have a great